like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. And welcome to another glorious morning mood. It is the first day of summer. Happy summer, everybody. You guys, I thought the first day of summer was next week. But I think we maybe had a leap year or something that affected our summer solstice. But so I can't say this. I'm happy I caught it when I did, because I'm right on key, I'm right on target with the current events. Happy first day of summer, y'all. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Just 1 minute here. I want to type something in here. Let me push the plus button, start a poll, ask a question. Did you know the first day of summer? I'm typing it in here now. So, first day of summer. Did you know today is the first day of in the summer? Start poll. Did you know that today is the first day of summer? The survey is up, and I'm having a good time outside. No other way to celebrate or bring the first day of summer is to be outside submerged in the summertime. Next thing I want to figure out how to do is to write a comment in here. Chat, top messages, moderator community. Let me see what I have here. Let me make sure I'm able to get the messages up, and you guys can keep on chatting and stuff. All messages. Okay, so the messages are available, so you can send them in now. I was trying to figure out something on here. So happy first day of summer. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I don't want to mute my microphone, and I don't want to push this. I want to see what this button is since it's the summertime. I don't want to retouch. I don't need that. Retouch off. Retouch off. I wonder if there's a way I could communicate with you guys on my cell phone. Have they figured that out yet, y'all? Nonetheless, I have an article. I'm going to see if I can get this puppy uploaded or not. I brought my mini tablet out. Everything I say is miniature. Well, it is. Everything is transportable, besides everything being awesome. Hi, Ariana Spence. Happy first day of summer. Did you know it was the first day of summer today? How late and how are you doing? And did you know it was the first day of summer today? I was sitting up watching like TV. We have ESPN on, and I'm like, summer should be coming, because every summer I like to do a different project. So I typed in Google, and I was like, when is the first day of summer? Hi, Mr. Cool Cat, welcome in. And you know, AI over was like, today is the first day of summer. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I thought I had a couple of more days. Hi, Ariana Spence. Yes, she says, what are you doing? Question mark. And I'm so excited that is the first day of summer. Yes. Well, first day of summer for me, or for here on Elay TV, is when I bring out the cat videos. We have a segment called hashtag Meow Cat, and that's his time. It's a seasonal show about a cat, and it's kind of like really funny, because the intention of the show for the summer is the cat, he's unbelievably boring, but he don't think he's unbelievably boring, and that's the funny part about it. So I do have a playlist already on the front page. Does that make sense? On the home page, it's got hashtag Meow Cat, and everything is really trippy looking. It's really psychedelic. Yeah. So hashtag Meow Cat, and I make the voices for him. So it kind of goes like this. Hi, Ariana Spence. My name is the hashtag Meow Cat. And I'm like super duper really cool, and I'm glad you're here. First topic at hand is me telling you all, welcome to my wonderful non-boring show. So pretty much that's how he talks. But he think he is really super epic. Thank you for coming in, Benno. So right now I'm talking about morning mood, because it's still technically morning. and I'm talking about that is the first day of summer, and I actually thought I had a couple of more days. So I made it on time. I'm not late. Happy first day of summer. The summer solstice is today, and I wanted to bring this morning moon outside. And in that, by also being in the time currently of morning moon, I'm also chatting with you about what I like to do in the summertime. I have seasonal things I like to do on LA TV for the season. So since it's officially summer, I will be rolling into my hashtag meow cat videos. It comes out every season. This marks the first day, so I'll have to get a video up for hashtag meow cat. I don't know if you can hear the crazy rooster blowing in the background, but you do. It's a rooster vibe, and it just won't stop roostering. A poop cat. That's funny. Your username is poop cat, and I was talking about cats today. Let me see if I could bring up the article and read about summer solstice. Please stand by. Oh, that's cute. Just one moment. I'm gonna bring it up on here, and let's see what we have. You know what? I think it would help if I had the internet connected to my, There we go. I'll let the internet connect on here and move forward. I found an article I actually want to read. There. Please stand by as it loads. It's a little slow, but that's okay. I want to read it. It's from I think the Farmer's Almanac or something. I think it's loaded up. You guys, I'm really happy to be on time with everything. There was a time in my life where I just had so much bad luck, where I would always just miss things. I really would always just miss things. And I was telling my husband about it. It seemed like maybe 2 or 3 years ago when I actually saw things turning around for us. And it was like symbolic and everything. I'm not going to tell you the symbolism that I saw, but I shared it with my husband when we were just driving around, running errands and stuff. But from that day, everything just started getting better. And I'm very happy about that. So I have an article from, let's see here, almanac.com. And it's for Friday, which is today. Happy Friday. You guys, it's just such a clash of many things in the good way. Here on Elay TV's platform, we have a multitude of various things that we talk about and discuss. This is a multifaceted platform, or should I say a variety? It's a variety channel, okay? So everything is happening all at once. It is Friday. So on Fridays, I have a Fusion Friday playlist where it's dedicated to music that I like, and I just recreate the videos, okay? So the Fusion Fridays playlist is available if you want to have some music to listen to while you're driving around in your car. For me, for example, I like to listen to certain music when I'm cleaning the house. I have a good time cleaning the house. It's a really great pastime. So that's what's going on today's Fusion Friday. It's the first day of summer, and you are in the midst of me making my morning move, because it's technically morning still. So good morning to all of you people. And in addition to that, it's also time to celebrate the seasonal programming that we have on here for the summer, kicking off with the hashtag meow cat. So from this day onward throughout the summer, you will begin to see like pictures and stuff of a cat. We have a cat over here who's basically our mascot, and his name is the hashtag meow cat. You'll be seeing him now because this is his time. Yup. So having said that, my article is loaded up, and I'm thankful that today's been a collage of great things for myself in this platform. So what is it? Almanac Friday, June 20th, 2025, summer solstice 2025. When is the first day of summer? Well, it's going to tell us right now everything you should know about the longest day of the year. Make the most of today, because like the computer said and history shows, this is the first day of summer, and it will set the rest of the trajectory for you for the rest of the year, right? You do a lot today, get a lot done, and you're good for the rest of the year. We are in the halfway point of the year. Are you happy with what you've done with the first half of this year? This article is written / typed by Catherine Boeckmann, last updated June 20th, 2025. So she updated it today. Welcome back, CJR. How are you doing today? And happy first day of summer. Summer days are here. Summer begins with the solstice on Friday, June 20th, 2025, marking the astronomical first day of summer in the northern hemisphere. What exactly is the summer solstice? Is it really the longest day of the year? Welcome the solstice with some interesting facts and folklore. The June solstice. In northern hemisphere, the June solstice, aka solstice, occurs when the sun travels along its northernmost part of the sky. This marks the astronomical start of the summer in the northern half of the globe. Alright, northern half of the globe. That must be us fine people. It's our turn to shine on this fine summer solstice. This marks the astronomical start of the summer in the northern half of the globe. In the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite. The June solstice marks the astronomical start of winter when the sun is at its lowest point in the sky. I'm glad we don't have to deal with that right now. For us, we're just getting ready to start. And you know what? Soon, the FIFA Cup will be here in Georgia. It's going to get more packed here. I'm excited about it though. When is the summer solstice? The June solstice occurs on Friday, June 20th, 2025 at 10:42 p.m. EDT time. The solstice marks the official beginning of summer in the northern hemisphere, occurring when Earth arrives at the point of its orbit where the North Pole is at its maximum tilt. That's about 23.5 degrees, guys, towards the sun, resulting in the longest day and the shortest night of the calendar year. By the longest day, we mean the longest period of sunlight hours. On the day of the June solstice, the northern hemisphere receives sunlight at the most direct angle of the year. And it feels so pretty out here. There's been a light breeze. My husband and I got up early after eating breakfast, and we always go for a morning walk. And it was such a beautiful breeze this morning. It was so unexpected. It was perfect. And that breeze is still continuing on throughout the day. Good morning, everybody. Over here it's 11:50. You are just squeezing in, and if you are currently at McDonald's, this is the beautiful time at McDonald's and fast food restaurants where you can still possibly get both breakfast and lunch at the same time. Continuing on with this fabulous article by ALMANAC. In the southern hemisphere, the June solstice marks the beginning of winter. Glad we're not there yet. What is the summer solstice? In the northern hemisphere, June solstice, aka summer solstice, occurs when the sun reaches its highest and northernmost points in the sky. It marks the start of summer in the northern half of the globe. In contrast, the June solstice in the southern hemisphere is when the sun is at its lowest point in the sky, marking the start of the winter. Now, it seems like this article is repeating itself, but I'm going to continue on. Solstice comes from the Latin word sol, S-O-L, parentheses sun, and sister, it's to stand still. Due to the Earth's tilted axis, the sun doesn't rise and set at the same locations on the horizons each morning and evening. Did you guys know that? Everything around us is always evolving and moving. No matter what, whether we like it or not, everything is always moving. That's just the way it is. Continuing on, it says, It marks the start of summer. Oh, I read that part. Due to the Earth's tilted axis, the sun doesn't rise and set at the same locations on the horizon each morning and evening. It rises and sets positions move toward or southward in the sky as Earth travels around the sun through the year. Also, the sun tracks in the sky becomes higher or lower throughout the year. The June solstice is significant because the sun reaches its northernmost point in the sky at this time, at which point the sun's path does not change for a brief period of time. It's like it gets stuck. Isn't there a portion in the desert where the sun actually gets stuck and it stays like days and days and days in the summer for a while? I know that there is somewhere in one of those cold places, it's either Antarctica or Alaska, where it is daytime for like a few days. So it can knock people out their axis or course, because even in the nighttime, the PMs, like 11 p.m. is still daytime. So it's one of those countries or what have you where it's like that. And I'm wondering, isn't it a place like that in the desert where that persists too, where the sun doesn't set for a long period of time? Well, the June solstice is significant because the sun reaches its northernmost point in the sky at this time, at which point the sun path does not change for a brief period of time. After the solstice, the sun appears to reverse course and head back in the opposite direction. The motion referred to here is the apparent path of the sun when one views its position in the sky at the same time each day. For example, at local noon, that sounds fun. That sounds like a place where I would want to go hang out and get some really nice drinks. Drinks where they would sell like some nice Sunday delight. Over the year, its paths form a short flattened figure 8 called the ALMANAC. Of course, the sun itself is not moving unless you consider its orbit around the Milky Way or galaxy. They say the sun doesn't move. That's what they say. But technically, breathing is moving. Instead, this change in position in the sky that we on Earth notice is caused by the tilt of the Earth's axis as it orbits the sun, as well as Earth's elliptical rather than circular orbit. Y'all, this is fun reading all this stuff about summer solstice. Does the solstice always occur on the same day? Now, that, my friend, is a good question. And reading this article is about to tell us, does the solstice always occur on the same day? The timing of the June solstice is not based on a specific calendar date or time. It all depends on when the sun reaches its northernmost point from the celestial equator. Therefore, the solstice won't always occur on the same day. Currently, it shifts between June 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And there you go, my friends. I thought I had a couple of more days for the summer solstice to hit, so I can have a day, at least a day or 2.5. Let's say a day and a half or 2 to prepare for the hashtag Meowcat launching. But I can tell you this, I am counting my small wins, because if you don't count your small wins, you'll be warming yourself up to be ungrateful for all the little blessings and little things. I called it exactly on the day, so I am not late. I'm right on time. The year's longest day. The summer solstice is the day with the longest period of sunlight. Notice how the sun appears highest in the sky at the solstice. Its rays strike Earth at a more direct angle, causing the efficient warming we call summer. I like the sun, y'all. It's got medicine in it, and it's healing. This morning, the sun was the direction we were walking. I didn't have my compass with me. I need to start bringing my compass when we walk. The direction we were walking, the sun was on the back of my head and my neck, and it felt very healing and soothing. continuing on with the article, for those locations at the Tropic of Cancer and northward, the sun is highest in the sky on the June solstice, and you'll notice that your shadow at local or solo noon, not clock time noon, is the shortest. Now, I noticed our shadows a couple days back. I was like, I see our shadows. It's been a long time, and I be outside since I've seen my shadow. It's a lot of things going on, guys, that are technically out of our control, where the natural things that you would normally see, you don't see. So for us to see our shadow, it was really nice. Local noon is when the sun crosses the local meridian, an imaginary line between the north and south poles. Now, how is the local meridian an imaginary line? And it's highest in the sky for the day. So once again, local noon is when the sun crosses the local meridian, an imaginary line. Line. Director, I forgot my lines. Line. Oh goodness, who hired her? I got that and I loosely paraphrased it from the PJ. Shouts out to Eddie Murphy. There was a senior citizen grandma. She got a role to say a few lines, and the guy was like, okay, just remember Miss Elsa, for lack of a better name. I don't remember her name. He was like, okay, Miss Elsa, if you forget your line, just shout out line. And she was like, okay. And the guy was like, 3, 2, 1, action. She was like, line. I'm like, where y'all get her from? Just read off the card. We'll write the fact that you're reading off the cue card in the script somewhere. We gotta get going. We're pressed for time, and we don't have anybody to fill your place in for lack of, there's nobody around. That's when you have to get in your creative bag. So continuing on with this article, after I sip some water and stay hydrated, just because I'm under the sun don't mean I'm not. What is it? Just because I'm under the shade don't mean I should not drink water. I'm not in direct sunlight, but I still have to remain hydrated. Y'all, it's so beautiful out here. It don't make any sense. So moving forward here, we have for those who live in the southern hemisphere, the June solstice is the shortest day of the year and marks the arrival of winter. I'm so glad we're not in the winter time yet. I mean, dog, metaphorically speaking, due to this whole political stuff that's going on, and economical changes, financial changes, and political changes that are happening, it seems like we are already in winter. So when the real winter hit, I shall not be afraid. I shan't be afraid. Ooh-wee. Side note, my curls are popping, and shouts out to rollers and hair care products. Yes. Frequently asked questions. Is the summer solstice the first day of summer? Let's get into it. Yes and no. Yes and no. Oh, I thought, never mind. Okay, yes and no. Technically, it depends on whether we're speaking about the meteorological or astronomical start of the season. Most meteorologists divide the year into 4 seasons based on the months and the temperature cycle. This allows climate data to be compared and organized more easily. In this system, summer begins on June 1st, ends on August 31st. Therefore, the summer solstice is not considered to be the first day of summer, meteorologically speaking. So, I don't like that answer, but whatever, and I get it. Astronomically, however, the first day of summer is said to be when the sun reaches its highest point in the sky. which occurs on the summer solstice June 20th through the 22nd. Therefore, the summer solstice is considered to be the first day of summer, astronomically speaking. Astronomically speaking. As an almanac, which is defined as the calendar of the heavens, the calendar of the heavens, the calendar from above. As an almanac, which is defined as the calendar of the heavens, we prefer to follow an astronomical interpretation of the seasons and consider the first day of summer to coincide with the summer solstice. That being said, you may choose to follow whichever system you like best, and that's the truth. I prefer the almanac, heavens calendar. There is also a common debate regarding how the exact timing of the solstice affects the first day of the season. For example, if the solstice occurs at 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday, should we consider that Saturday to be the first day of summer? Or should we instead consider the following day, Sunday, to be the first day? It tends to differ by whichever source you follow. For me, it is the first day of summer. Look at all this beautiful lush green behind me. Nature, feel the wind. And I say to myself, what a wonderful wind. Ooh, and I say to myself, what a wonderful wind. Oh, yeah. Is the summer solstice the longest day of the year? Yes. As spring ends and summer begins, the daily periods of sunlight lengthen to their longest on the solstice. Then they begin to shorten again. Hi, Sardine. Sandrine, thank you for coming in. Happy summer solstice. On the solstice, the sun is at its highest point in the sky, and it takes longer for it to rise and set. No, when the sun appears highest in the sky near the summer solstice, the full moon opposite the sun generally appears lowest in the sky. On the winter solstice, just the opposite occurs. The sun is at its lowest in the sky. At this time, the sun's rays hit part of the earth at an oblique angle, creating feeble winter sunlight. Feeble winter sunlight. Use our handy sunrise and sunset calendar to figure out how many hours of sunlight you'll get in your location on the solstice. We're going to get 1,000,000 billion hours. Thank you guys for the thumbs ups. That's really cool, and it means a lot. Why doesn't the summer solstice fall on the same day each year? The summer solstice in Northern Hemisphere ranges in days from June 20 to 22nd. This occurs in part because of the difference between the Gregorian calendar system, which normally has 365 days, and the tropical year, how long it takes the Earth to orbit the Sun once, which has about, this is a big number, 365.242199 days to compensate for the missing fraction of days. The Gregorian calendar adds a leap year day about every 4 years. And that's what I was saying in the beginning of this. I thought I had a half a day or two before summer solstice. I think I was right. However, because of the leap year we had, it was going to throw things off. So, to compensate for the missing fraction of days, the Gregorian calendar adds a leap year day about every 4 years. Shout out to the people who are born on leap year. You're like 5 only. Which makes the date for summer jump backwards. However, the date also changes because of other influences, such as the gravitational pull from the moon and planets, as well as the slight wobble in Earth's rotation. When the Earth wobbles as it rotates, now that's cool and cute. It gives the Earth personality. The Earth is alive, guys. It's living and breathing. And the Earth genuinely loves us, but we're not showing the Earth any love back collectively. Why isn't the summer solstice the longest day? What? Why would it? This question asks, why is it the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, also the hottest day of the year? Well, thank goodness it's not. It'd be a long, grueling day when you want to just enjoy and be thankful for, number one, making it halfway through a year, especially this year with all this political crud going on and all these evolutionary and revolutionary changes. But it says here's your answer. Earth's atmosphere, land and ocean absorbs part of the incoming energy from the sun and store it, releasing it back releasing it back as heat at various rates. Okay, so once again, take two. Earth's atmosphere, land and oceans absorb part of the incoming energy from the sun and store it, releasing it back as heat at various rates. Water is slower to heat or cool than air or land. Now that's a cute statement. At the summer solstice, the northern hemisphere receives the most energy, highest intensity from the sun due to the angle of sunlight and day length. However, the land and oceans are still relatively cool due to spring temperatures. Yes. So the maximum heating effect on air temperature is not felt just yet. Eventually the land and especially the oceans will release stored heat from the summer solstice back into the atmosphere. This usually results in the year's hottest temperatures appearing in late July or later. So it takes time for the water to heat up, I suppose. The water is alive. Or later, depending on latitude or other factors. This effect is called seasonal temperature lag. There's jet lag, there's seasonal temperature lag, there's lagging on the internet. See, everything's alive and it too gets tired. What is midday summer? Wow, this article is really breaking things down. I had no idea it was going to go into all of this. Here's another question. What is midsummer day? June 24th question mark. Hi, thanks for coming in. Historically, midsummer day marked the midpoint of the growing season. Halfway between planting and harvest. It is traditionally known as one of the 4 quarter days. In some cultures, folks celebrate by feasting, dancing, singing, and preparing for the hot summer days ahead. Now, if that don't sound fun, that's how I feel like it is in my head. The first day of summer, we should be jubileeing, fancy feasting, flying kites, ribbon dancing, barbecuing, jello molds, popsicles, friends, family, music, pigs running around, animals running around, horses and ponies running around, just celebrating the summer, the halfway point to another year of fulfillment and destiny. The first day of summer is so great. I'm glad I am in the time frame of thinking, because it's a blissful energy for me. I'm glad that's never changed. The first day of summer has always been something big and important for me personally. And it hasn't changed. It seems like as I grow old, each year I grow older, the stronger I really feel about the first day of summer being so a strengthening event, encouraging and inspiring for me. Celebrating the solstice. Go strawberry picking. Enjoy a big bowl of strawberries and cream on the solstice. There are many people, like the Swedes, who celebrate the beginning of summer by eating the first strawberries of the season. Including in some strawberries and cream is the perfect way to celebrate June solstice. First June's full moon is also known as the strawberry moon. Isn't that cool? It typically coincides with the ripening of strawberries of what is known as the northeastern and midwestern United States. It typically coincides with the ripening of strawberries in what is now the northern and midwestern United States. In fact, in many states, this is the perfect time to go strawberry picking. Look up pick your own strawberry farms in your area. Isn't it true? I believe I was told for a few summers in my lifetime, i.e. mainly elementary to 7th grade perhaps, our neighbor will always say that the strawberries are the sweetest at this time. I do recall them actually sharing with us a basket of strawberries. And then here for another activity that could be done that people do for the first day of summer, apart from picking strawberries and or eating strawberries and having cream with it, is many northern people also celebrate a solstice holiday as Midsummer's Day on June 24th, which is one of the 4 ancient quarter days of the year. The eve prior is called Midsummer's Eve, making the shortest night of the year. A common way to celebrate is to have a bonfire party. After all, these northern people have emerged from some long dark winters. In the Austrian store Tyrol, torches and bonfires are lit up on the mountainside, which is a stunning, beautiful sight. According to ancient Leviathan legend, Midsummer's Night Eve, St. John's Eve, on June 23rd is spent awake by the glow of a bonfire and in pursuit of a magical fern flower, said to bring good luck before cleansing one's face in the morning dew. Solstice fun facts. I mean, I just read some fun facts, but there's a separate paragraph for more solstice fun facts. The solstice does not bring the earliest sunrise. Although the day of the solstice has the most daylight hours of the year, the earliest sunrise of the year occurs between the summer solstice. The exact timing will depend in the part of your latitude in the mid-latitude northern hemisphere. It occurs about a week earlier than the June solstice. So in solstice fun facts, the solstice does not bring the earliest sunrise. The reason for the timing of sunrises is related to the inclination of the Earth's rotational axis, the Earth's elliptical rather than circular orbit. P.S. The sun sets more slowly at the solstice. Summer solstice. I'm glad I'm an adult now. I'm almost finished with this article. Might as well commit and finish it. The sun sets more slowly at the solstice. Did you know that the sun actually sets more slowly around the time of the solstice? Did you know that? In that it takes longer to set below the horizon. Question mark. This is related to the angle of the setting sun. The farther the sun sets from due west along the horizon, the shallower the angle of the setting sun. Conversely, it is faster at or near the equinoxes. Bottom line, enjoy these long romantic summertime sunsets or at the near solstice. Here's some summer solstice folklore in addition to what it already listed. Deep snow in winter, tall grain in summer. An Estonian proverb, when the summer birds take their flight, goes the summer with them. If it rains at Midsummer's Eve, the filbert crops will be spoiled. Unknown. One swallow never made a summer. Easterly winds from May 19th to the 21st indicate a dry summer. The wind is winding, and I do not have my compass, but this might be that projection. Easterly winds from May 19th to the 21st indicate a dry summer, and it's been winding since yesterday. If there are many falling stars during the clear summer evening, expect thunder. If there are none, expect fine weather. Now those are nice things. I've just read from almanac.com. When I go back in, I'll put the link down here so you guys can read what I read. There's pictures and graphs and stuff that are involved in there in here too. Pictures and graphs and such. Oh my, pictures and graphs and such. This video was about 40 minutes long. I improvised a little bit. I was thinking it was going to take about a half hour, but that's not bad. It's the first day of summer. I am happy. I am grateful. I feel liberated. This has been one of the great summers that I've ever had for a first day of summer. Thank you guys for coming in, and hello replay gang. Thank you for your support. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Happy first day of summer. It is June 20th, 2025. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.